Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my skincare routine and specifically how I got rid of my pimples, my acne scars, and my hyperpigmentation. Around the time I was in high school, I definitely struggled with getting lots of pimples and lots of acne scars, and for a long time I didn't really know the proper way to treat them until I started doing research. Last year I discovered two YouTube channels, Skincare by Hiram and Dr. Vanita Ratan, and these two channels really saved my life and helped me get rid of a lot of my hyperpigmentation and acne scars. And today I'm going to be sharing with you the tips that I found and the products I found to help me. Just a disclaimer, I'm not a doctor or a medical professional or a skin professional by any means. I'm simply sharing the tips that I found helpful, and this is just for information purposes. So in this video, I'm going to be walking you through 3 different types of products that you need to incorporate into your skincare routine in order to really help get rid of pimples once and for all and to help fade acne scars. So the first type of product I'm going to be talking about is a chemical exfoliant. So growing up, I know a lot of us used physical scrubs such as St. Ives scrub, that's what my mom had me use, or any other walnut and apricot scrub. While this feels like it's doing good for your skin, it feels like you're really getting in there and really getting at those dead skin cells. Physical scrubs are actually really harmful for your skin. There's different types of molecules that can really be really abrasive, and they're really not going to be doing the job. What you want to do is use a chemical exfoliant. The one that I specifically used is the glycolic acid 7% from The Ordinary, and what I would do is I would put a few drops of it in a cotton round and then rub it all over my face, only at night. And what this is doing is it's a chemical exfoliant that's going to get rid of all the dead skin cells on the surface of your skin. And while the word chemical sounds like it's dangerous, it's actually much better and much more effective than using a scrub. So I personally used glycolic acid for many months. And then I discovered Dr. Vanita Ratan's channel, who is a great resource for anyone with brown skin looking to correct their hyperpigmentation. She said that acids with large molecules such as glycolic acid and a lot of other AHAs are really harmful for brown skin, and they actually may be causing more damage. I didn't know that at the time, so I used glycolic acid for many months. Once I ran out of that bottle, I started using The Ordinary's AHA 30% and BHA 2% peeling solution. This is a really strong alpha hydroxy acid, and it's also a chemical exfoliant. So I just followed the directions for this. I would use it no more than once or twice a week. I would leave it on for 10 minutes and then wash it off. And if you're using this, no need to go in with any other exfoliant. This is really powerful. This is the only product you want to be using at that time. So again, anytime I exfoliate, I would do it at night after cleansing my face, right before any other treatments or moisturizing. I would exfoliate. So those are the two that I've been using, but after watching Dr. Vanita's channel, I don't think I will be repurchasing either of them. I will probably be switching to the lactic acid 5% from The Ordinary. The second type of product you need is some type of treatment. So this is something that you can use right after cleansing, right after exfoliating, but right before moisturizing. The first treatment I used was a vitamin C serum, and you may have heard of these. They're really trendy, but vitamin C serums are actually really good for brightening the skin. So I used the Dead Sea Minerals vitamin C serum, and I would use this in the morning right after cleansing my face, and then I would use The Ordinary's alpha arbutin 2%. So this is a kind of like a bleaching ingredient, but it's very gentle. I do apply it all over my face, but this is really going to go in and really target those dark spots and focus on lightening them in order to match the rest of your skin. So I would use the vitamin C serum and then this alpha arbutin. And then at night, right after cleansing, I would go in with the niacinamide serum from The Ordinary. And for those of you that are maybe just getting into skincare, niacinamide is a form of vitamin B, and it's a great ingredient. It's so good for so many things. You might see it in the ingredient list of a lot of skincare products because it's good for correcting hyperpigmentation, it's good for getting rid of oiliness, it's good for soothing redness, just so many great things. It's really a great multi-purpose product. These are the 3 types of treatments that I would use. The vitamin C serum and the alpha-arbutin in the morning and the niacinamide at night. One thing you should be careful about is active ingredients. I would strongly recommend that you do some research on the specific type of serums that you're using, what the active ingredients are, and whether they will conflict with each other and maybe potentially cancel each other out, or even worse, cause a bad reaction. Anytime before you use a product, you want to make sure to patch test it and make sure specifically that with these types of treatments that you're not going to use anything that's going to cancel each other out. Finally, the 3rd type of product you must absolutely have in your skincare routine is sunscreen. Growing up, I definitely did not use sunscreen as much as I should have. I didn't know the purpose and value of it until recently when I really started getting into skincare, and I was specifically focused on fading away my pimple scars. What I learned was that the sun's UV rays are so damaging. If you have dark spots, the UV rays are only going to make it worse, and so that's why it's so important to wear sunscreen in order to prevent further hyperpigmentation, as well as make sure that the products you're using, such as any exfoliant or any other treatments, are actually going to be working. So there's 2 types of sunscreens. There's chemical and physical. I personally was allergic to chemical sunscreen, so for a while I had to go in with a physical sunscreen, and you may know that a lot of physical sunscreens create a white cast. So it makes you look chalky and it just makes you look like a ghost, and for a long time I just kind of dealt with that. I would just put foundation over it. But then on Hiram's channel I learned about Korean sunscreens, and I learned that Korean sunscreens, while there are chemical sunscreens, they can actually be really innovative, and I tried one of the sunscreens that he recommended, which was the Purito Centella Unscented SPF sunscreen, and that sunscreen, it just blended so seamlessly into my skin, just like a moisturizer. It was such a great experience, and I thought it was too good to be true, which it was, because recently there's been some controversy around that sunscreen, and it turns out that the SPF is not as high as they say it is. So the sunscreen advertises to be an SPF of 50 and turns out was only SPF 20, which was really disappointing. I finished my sunscreen and I won't be purchasing it again, obviously, but I was really disappointed by that. So the sunscreen that I'm using right now is also by Purito. It's the same company, but it's the Purito Comfy Water Sunblock in SPF 50, and this is a physical sunscreen again, so there is a slight bit of white cast, but I hope this one is not as controversial as the other one and that it's actually effective. It is so important that you wear sunscreen, whether you're indoors, whether you're outdoors, whether you're using any other types of treatments or not. Sunscreen is really the key in order to prevent any skin damage and really ensure healthy skin for the rest of your life. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more videos related to beauty and skincare. Comment down below if you're struggling with hyperpigmentation and if you found any products that have worked for you. I'd love to hear about them. And be sure to like this video as well and stay tuned for new videos every week.